Today we're going to be checking out 5 things Americans notice immediately in Canada.
Oh, I have no clue what this is going to be about.
Me neither. Let's check it out.
As an American living in Canada, these are 5 things that I noticed almost immediately. Some of them took a little
Okay.
bit longer. Apart from bag of milk, when I first came to Canada, we came up through New Brunswick. I don't know what Walmart we stopped at, but we stopped at one and it was just the vibe in Walmart was way calmer. And it wasn't
Oh,
nighttime too, but you could just tell it didn't smell as bad. I don't know. Walmart was just like up just a notch, nothing crazy.
It didn't feel like you could get stabbed in the parking lot at any time.
yeah, Walmart's got that vibe to it, even in like the areas we're from, which aren't that crazy. It's still just a weird place.
My sisters and like my mother, they're afraid to go to Walmart, especially at night. Are Walmarts even open 24 hours anymore?
I don't know. A lot of stuff happened after COVID where they
Yeah.
stopped doing that.
Is it in Canada?
But it was just noticeable that it was a little bit nicer than the Walmarts I usually go to. Okay, so the second part would be the taxes. I would say that I would go to purchase something or like it could be something online and then I keep looking at the receipt like what is it that's taking up or like what's like in my head I'm calculating it one way even including tax thinking I'm including enough tax but I never did in the beginning. And so I'd have to always recheck either what I was ordering or like if I got groceries and I'm checking out myself and I'm looking at the groceries and I'm like, did I scan one of these big items twice or something? Everyone talks about the taxes in Canada and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying in the beginning, it was a lot more than I was anticipating. And I got used to it and I appreciate it because we have the things we have in Canada because of it. So I'm grateful. All right, this next
Interesting.
one,
So is Canada like the US where they don't add the tax to the price?
Yeah, I thought that was like a uniquely US thing.
Me
I'm
too.
surprised about that because we've been living outside of the US for a long time and you don't even think about that anymore, where that was a thing when you live in the US is you have to estimate, oh, let me add on 12% to the end
Yeah.
of this.
That's interesting. I didn't expect
I've
that.
spent a lot of time thinking about it. I mean, hours of thought went into this next one. There's 2 parts to it, but the whole thing is just how we communicate in Canada versus how we communicate in the United States. And so my first thing that I noticed, but I actually didn't figure it out till yesterday. So that's another reason why I wanted to make this video is because I was excited to share that what we laugh at in the United States is not the same things that Canada laughs at. I guess that's like
Okay.
common, like same with the UK, like they have a different sense of humor. Thought because our countries were so close and we have a very similar lifestyle in both places. So it's not that far off. Like if you go to the UK, in my opinion, that is a little bit of a culture shock, but between Canada and the United States, I don't feel like there is. There's just things you notice that are different. I was in the movie theater yesterday and I was watching the new movie, Project Hail Mary. Also, best movie I've seen in a long time. And I'll have to spend some more time thinking about it, but could be like top 5 all time favorite movie. Would I
Whoa.
ever watch it again? Absolutely not. Would not do that to myself. I cried during the movie. I cried after the movie. I cried in the car ride home. And then it happened again that night. I cried again. It's a good movie. I'm watching that movie, and I don't know why this matters, but it matters. Cody got up to go to the restroom, and it was like the part in the movie that I'm not giving any spoilers. It's the part in the movie that's funny. They'll do like 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes of like happy joy moments. It's just like flash, flash, funny, funny. And that's what it was a series of funnies. I'm also listening to Suits while I'm telling you this. Like the show Suits is playing in my headphones right now. And so it's all
What?
the funny
How do
moments.
you
It was
do
so
that?
noticeable that the jokes that were presented were like one level and then another set of jokes were another level. Canadians laughed at one level, I laughed at the other. And when I was laughing, they weren't laughing. When they were laughing, I wasn't laughing. And that's why I was noticing it because, like, I mean, I guess you just notice you're watching something and all of a sudden someone laughs. Like, it just jars you out. So it just made this huge connection. I'm in Nanaimo, Canada, surrounded by Canadians. Yeah.
I'm starting to think she might be insane with this explanation
Yeah.
she's giving.
I'm getting confused here, to be honest.
I'm listening to a TV show on my headphones right now, by the way.
Oh, and then uh, um, she was laughing at different things than the other people were laughing at.
Okay, let's let her finish.
Yep, yep,
It
yep.
was just so cool. This stuff to me is just so interesting how like our humor can be different. And it all makes sense now. I would make a joke. There's just like dry jokes and they weren't landing ever. Like not around any time I've tried to just be jokey about something and think like I just had a banger joke and falls flat every time. Yeah, absolutely mortified each time. One. And two, it's the pause. So like even just in conversation, like there's a pause in Canadian English, in my opinion. When people say things, it's common for everybody just to be silent for several moments before responding back. And it's not like in conversation people don't. I had to turn this show down. It's getting good right now. Yeah, so anyways, there's just a general pause that it was really hard for me to get used to and I couldn't figure it out. Like it kept me up at nights, like not being able to connect the dots. And then slowly I put together it's been every conversation I've had with Canadians ever in my life and now it makes sense. It's just they pause more and like it's made me start to pause more. Now I can't tell whether I'm quippy anymore or like I pause, I do the Canadian, I feel like it's a Canadian pause. I'll call it the Canadian pause. I think it's way more intelligent. Yeah, in the States, we're just like, we're quippy and back and forth. And like, I feel like connections are so easily made. Like, you can bond over something so dumb standing next to someone in the States. And yeah, it's like the Gen Z stare. I think I'm just like constantly reminded by the fact that in Canada,
I didn't understand that one, to be honest,
No,
much.
kind of turned into like a ramble there.
Yeah. Um, Communication.
Different in different countries makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd say it's regional too. Like in the US, if you go to California, people talk different. If you go to the East Coast, people talk different. Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
they don't take your card. They don't like take your card to do anything. They don't take it to swipe it. They don't take it to walk away like in a restaurant, ring it up and bring you it back. They don't like walk in another room with your card in Canada. I mean, at least in New Brunswick. Yeah. Anyways, in the States, like we just throw our cards around. Like people can take it for long periods of time and we don't sweat it. So that was different.
It
Okay,
is
and
pretty
this
crazy.
fifth,
Just any place you go to in the US, you'll just always give it to a person. Who knows what that drive-through worker is doing behind the scenes? They could just
They might have a
skim it
skimmer.
quick.
Yeah. Have we seen that anywhere else?
Sometimes they might do it where like they'll grab the card and then do something with it, but you still see it
Yeah.
behind the counter because they're just inserting it for you into the card reader. But usually they have the card reader.
And a lot of restaurants, like here, or in the Philippines, they just bring you the thing and then they do it in front of you at the table.
Most US places don't have card readers like that at all.
Oh.
Like, I guess I just never saw them because it was always behind, but usually they're like connected to whatever system they have.
What did they do in the UK?
They take. No, they brought it to us.
I don't remember. And in Australia, you'd always go up and pay first.
Yeah. And then in the UK, I remember the Bangers and Mash place, there was a tip option, and then someone was saying thank you for the tip or something. So they must have been there, I think.
Interesting.
one, your dad, or sorry, this fifth one, not your dad, Cody's dad, helped me come to a realization. And that's in the States, everyone is so on edge all the time. And I think it's not that we have a culture of people who are on edge. Everybody's on edge because we're worried about people being on edge, which makes us on edge. And we're standing in line at the grocery counter being vigilant of someone snapping and doing something crazy, and then we're all gonna have to pay for it. It's just like this constant, it's this problem we have in the States of like you're expected to just go, go, go at any expense. And what's rewarded are people who are burnt out and unhealthy. And it's just like we're a warehouse and we work in an assembly line. And that's that. We're just given breadcrumbs for dumb shit. I think I was having a conversation with Cody's dad and I was like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like I always feel like I have to be so like vigilant, but I don't have to be like that anymore. And he was like, yeah, everybody's stressed out in the States, but like the way he said it, it helped me realize, yeah, we're all on edge. And like in Canada, that's not priority here. They take time off for things and people's lives are respected. These are just things.
Work-life balance.
So many of the conveniences that you get in the US are connected to allowing you to be able to be more stressed and be more working.
In the US, you're just a slave to all the corporations pretty much. I mean, they don't give us paid time off. Vacation isn't mandated by law. There's no maternity leave. You have to pay for college. So you're already going to college for 4 years and then you got to work that off. So you got to work extra hard if you want to pay off your debt.
I mean, imagine the whole being stressed out thing. You're kind of set up for being stressed out your entire life when if you want a job, you're 18 years old, by the way. If you want a job in 5 years, you need to go to school for 4 years and be $100,000 in debt and pay that off. So you're just going to be set with stress right away.
If you want to make more money, go to school for 2 more years while you're working. Oh yeah, and when you're in school, you also do these free internships while you're working another job to pay off your debt.
So that maybe one of those people you make a connection with can recommend you to a job where your boss just tells you everything to do, but now you make a little bit of money.
And we're told our whole life, you got to go to a good school. The private schools are the best, and you'll spend $100,000 a year, but that's okay.
That I've noticed.
Crazy.
And
some of them might end up working at McDonald's still.
It happens all the time. Not to mention the people that get burnt out after 2 years and drop out.
Yeah, and now they still have the debt and didn't get anything for it.
It's a predatory system, and there's no way out of it.
Honestly, spend way too much time thinking about and just looking at how everything connects. It's cool to me, and I'm grateful because it always changes me. You know, being exposed to a different country, a different culture, just learning new things makes you more understanding and like makes you a better person. It truly makes you a better person to travel is what I'm just like connecting.
Wow, so Americans, they don't get to understand new things and new perspectives because a lot of them do not travel.
Is it 1/3 of Americans have a passport?
Yeah.
Might even be less.
So
not as bad as the Japanese. Apparently only 17% of Japanese people have a passport.
That's pretty crazy. I could definitely see the Japanese culture not being as open-minded as well.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like it makes sense.
Right now is like I every time I learn something and I change a pattern of behavior to be better about something because I've learned that's not okay. Or I learn, something I could have been doing, like going above and beyond in a certain area and the impact of different things that I do. Like I've learned that just by traveling and TikTok. Shout out to TikTok. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear the things that, like, if you're an American in Canada or even vice versa, I love to hear these little differences. All right, thanks.
Very interesting video. It's like she did a lot of deep thinking. Was she possibly under the influence of some, maybe.
Maybe.
She kind of seemed like she may have been high out of her mind.
Or under the influence of Suits playing the headphones. That would throw me off so much, hearing people talking while I'm talking. I can't even think straight when I'm talking just myself.
I can imagine listening to a TV show.
Yeah.
Interesting. But Canada, obviously, like we said, America compared to Canada, compared to Europe, even compared to places outside of, I don't know, even compared to places like in Asia sometimes.
Yeah.
America is just, they want you to work yourself to death so all the rich people can keep making money.
Exactly.
It's all that matters.
Yeah. And the big difference here is that Canada, they don't do that as much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Work-life balance.
Yeah, that's it. But you know what? Their economy isn't as big as the
Oh
US.
my gosh. It's all about GDP per capita.
Exactly. Not quality of life, because numbers matter more than how much you enjoy your life.
See you in the next one. Bye.